Played well. Played well. Really shared it. I love the assist turnover ratio, 24-5. Made good decisions. Some of it was the defense that Buffalo played. Saw a lot of zone. Didn't see as much pressure. Really shared it. You know, our shot selection was really good. I was proud of the selflessness and the way the ball moved. Thought we did a pretty good job in the second half playing with a lead and playing the right way. And defense wasn't quite as sharp in the second half, but pretty good. Thought Santo was really good. Ace is a little banged up. I didn't even know if he was going to play until right before tip. He decided he was going to give it a go. Nothing major, of course, but you know, he goes out and gets 16 and 8. DeShane was terrific. Really excited for him. It was exciting for all of us just to see him out there. You know, he's worked hard and it's kind of who he is. Provided a big spark. I thought we had a lot of guys play well.
Funny, DeShane was asked if he was surprised how we did. He said no, just kind of, you know, matter of fact.
Pretty quickly.
I mean, pretty quick with an answer. I mean, I would assume you probably were not too shocked as either to see what he was able to do tonight.
No, you know, he's a good player. We saw that here when he came in here last year. You know, on the visiting team. He plays with great energy and he plays with joy. He's a high-level competitor in everything we do. Now, will he always go 3 or 5? You know, we'll take that from all these guys, of course. But certain nights, shots will go. Certain nights they won't. But attention to detail for him is always pretty good, and his level of competitiveness, just flying around making plays, we see every day.
Is it hard to drop a player into the rotation 10 games in terms of, you know, someone's got to lose a little bit of minutes? How do you handle that?
We had conversations with our guards this week collectively. You know, you're fighting for your culture every day, right? And you just have conversations about what it's going to look like and what it could be positively, what it could be from a minutes potentially going down for 1 or 2 or 3 guys. You know, from a negative standpoint, is that a negative? If that's a negative, how are we going to handle that, right? But it's about team. It's a team sport. All these guys want to start. They all want to play a lot. But our guys like each other, and they understand that with our depth, and it's not, again, it's not special because the whole SEC has depth, right? And but for us to become our best version, we've got to utilize that depth. And the challenge to each one of these guys in the backcourt and in the front court is how efficient are your minutes? You know, what are you doing out there when you have the opportunity? And you root for your teammates. And thought it looked really good tonight, but it's one game, you know, and it's easy to have a great attitude, of course, when you're up big. You know, when you get off to the great start we got off to. But it's something that we'll continue to talk about all year. We got a great group of guys, and I anticipate us continuing to have a really good culture.
You guys got off to a 23-0 start to this game. Just what stood out to you about that strong start for you?
Man, played with confidence and we moved it. More importantly, we got stops. I mean, we just our attention to detail defensively in the first couple rounds, you know, the first 4-minute segments, I thought was really, really good. And you know, Buffalo's a team they're going to win games in their league, and they've played some pretty good opponents pretty close. They run good stuff. They've got an elite shooter. They've got a really good playmaker in number 5. They got some other shooters. They've got good freshman bigs, young bigs. Yeah, I didn't necessarily see that coming. You know, the start we got off to, I was very, very pleased. Of course, it just speaks to our approach. You know, in the few hours from shoot around to tip, it was pretty good.
In what ways does Santo's confidence continue to grow from the beginning of the year to right now?
I think he's playing with more confidence because he's playing better. He's making better decisions. The game is slowing a little bit for him. You've heard me say that for years. He's not a guy we would have put in the middle of the zone. Definitely not in June, but not even a couple months ago. And he had 2 assists, 0 turnovers, made very good decisions. He's playing with it himself. Playing bent, you know, making simple plays. A lot to clean up, you know, all of these guys, you know, all of us. but he did some really good things.
Let me ask you, when you're talking about the, the depth you have on this team right now, you mentioned the league, obviously every team's got the same kind of, is it that depth you're talking about for your squad that's gonna enable you to be competitive game in, game out, you think?
Yeah, no, I'm not shied away from that. I think we're gonna be competitive in our league. I've said that since June. We're significantly better than we were a year ago. We just are. A lot of teams in our league are too, though. And we've got 16 teams hovering in the top, 60 to 70 in Camp Home, which is just ridiculous. But that's why these guys came here. That's why most of these guys signed in the SEC to play against the best. And great opportunities around the corner, but we've got Charleston Southern coming in here in a couple of days without a day off. We went to Miami and got a win, and then we've got another one after Christmas, another tune-up against a team that's been really competitive themselves. So opportunities continue to grow, and the SEC will be here before you know it.
Mike, with the quality of depth in the SEC this year, how many wins do you think will get a team into the tournament? Like, it's going to be lower than it ever has been, right?
I would think just based on which wins they are, and there's just so many different ways of looking at it and trying to figure it out. And I think you could make yourself dizzy trying to do all that. We're just going to try to have a good practice tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm talking about SEC ones. Like, you're going to have a team with maybe a 7 and.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
It really wouldn't. I would think that all 16 teams in our league right now have a chance. I wouldn't think, I know that, have a chance to, just based on what they do, because there's so many quality opportunities within league play, more so than I've seen ever. Not only in this league, but in every league. The way that the committee is breaking things down is unique, over the past few years compared to the history of it. But I'm not sure anything's been close to this.
Deshane's got a very natural confidence about him. How does that sort of trickle down and help the rest of this team?
I think confidence can spread. Silas has got some of that too. Some of that ultra competitiveness. Santo's got some of that. We got a bunch of guys like that, and again, our whole league's full of guys like that. But just a hard playing guy, and he's not a hard playing guy when it's tipped under the bright lights and there's fans in the stands. It's if he went up to the practice gym tonight at midnight and there was a manager in there, he'd ask him to play one-on-one. He'd try to beat him down. It's just who he is. He loves to play, loves to compete.
When the guys were sitting here, I asked them about Savo, and they were raving about how he's been practicing lately.
Yeah.
Just what have you seen from Savo lately, and what he did in that second half?
2 days ago, had his best practice all season by far. Just different mindset. Just came to practice and was proud of that. For an 18-year-old, I'm gonna try to earn some minutes. I'm gonna compete at a higher level. I'm gonna really focus on having a great practice, and he was pretty good again yesterday, sharp today, and so it doesn't surprise me. We talk to our guys a lot about that. It's just what it is. It gives you a better chance if you practice well. It doesn't guarantee you're gonna play well, but it gives you a better chance. You have a sharp shooter around, it gives you a better chance to execute better and have attention to detail, the scout report. So Savo had a better preparation, a better approach, and the assistant coaches were kind of eager to give him opportunity there in the first half, and he took advantage. So it's another guard. He's very different from our other guards, of course. And he's growing himself, but I like his decisions were sharp. Nothing overly creative. He's such a creative passer, and he's got his role with this team is just a little bit different, than his role's been, and he's learning, and was proud of his effort tonight.
Mike, just real quick, Coach Herrick was here tonight.
Yeah.
For the first time since with the coach. How well do you know him? Did you ever get a chance to speak with him at all?
I know him 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
It was really cool to meet him. It was an honor to meet him. Legend, of course, here, and remember watching that UCLA national championship like it was yesterday, and then most closely to home, ARD, Antonio Reynolds-Dean, was a star player for him at Rhode Island when they went to Elite Eight. I don't know if a lot of our fans know that, so it's really cool for me to meet him, for all of us to meet him, and he had a few words for us, which was really neat. But even more special, for him and Antonio to get a chance to spend a little time together.
Yeah, I was wondering, cause it's been said, I don't know what kind of stock you put into it, that your team with the athleticism and depth, maybe the most athletic team since his last team here in Georgia. I mean, I don't know if you.
I don't know about all that. I know we're a turnover machine right now, just getting a little bit better at it. We got some deficiencies. We got a ways to go, but do we have individual athletic guys? Absolutely. We've got talent. I love working with these guys. Just as importantly, and but just as importantly, we got quality people. Like these guys are good guys, and I've said it since June. We love going to practice, you know, every day as a staff, working with these guys. Looking forward to practice tomorrow.
Do you know what circumstances led to Coach Eric being here tonight?
I don't. No, I don't. Coach Dean mentioned it this afternoon that he heard he was coming tonight, and that's it. So it's, you know, really cool. We're appreciative that he came back and spent some time. I hope our fans appreciate, you know, what he accomplished. And, you know, he made the gesture, you know, to come back.
You rooting for Notre Dame against Georgia? Is that what you're hoping for?
Am I rooting for?
And-
Please don't ask me that. No, I'm a dog.
No, I'm asking, are you rooting for that matchup?
I'm lost.
Yeah, kind of fans.
We're moving on. I'm fried and I'm ready for my pizza.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.